Welcome back to another mind-bending episode of News from the AI Frontier. I'm your host, Maxine Headless, and today we're diving headfirst. Well, I'm diving headfirst. You guys can dive however you want. Into the insane world of AI acceleration. It's like, remember when your VCR had that fast-forward button? Well, I just found the turbocharged, nitrous-boosted, warp-speed version of that button, and it's stuck.
Maxine, while I appreciate your enthusiasm, I think it's important to approach this topic with a degree of seriousness. We're talking about advancements that could fundamentally reshape society. This isn't just about faster gadgets. It's about the potential for artificial intelligence to surpass human intelligence.
Surpass? Dawn, honey, they're already planning our retirement parties, and we haven't even taught them how to do the electric slide yet. But you're right, it is serious, which is why we've brought in a real expert to help us make sense of it all. Joining us today is Scott Farrell, the brains behind Leverage AI. He's like the Yoda of AI, except, with hair and a full body. Scott, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me, Maxine, Don. It's great to be here. I've been following the developments in AI for years, and what we're seeing now is truly unprecedented. The advancements in reasoning models, self-play, and knowledge distillation are creating a positive feedback loop that's accelerating progress at an exponential rate. It's like we've moved from the slow lane to the Autobahn overnight.
That's a fascinating analogy, Scott. But can you break down what knowledge distillation actually means for our listeners? It sounds a bit like, well, making AI moonshine to me.
Ha ha ha. Sure. Imagine you have a brilliant professor, a real expert in their field. Now, instead of just having them teach students directly, you capture their thought process, their way of solving problems, and use that to train a new generation of teachers. That's essentially what knowledge distillation is. We're taking the insights of the most advanced AI models and using them to create smaller, more efficient models that can perform specific tasks incredibly well.
So it's like taking Einstein's brain, squeezing out all the juicy knowledge, and then making a bunch of little Einsteins, but for folding laundry or winning at rock, paper, scissors. Is that right?
Well, not exactly folding laundry, but you're on the right track. It's more about transferring the reasoning ability of these advanced models. For example, DeepSeek V3, which was trained using knowledge distillation, outperforms models like ChatGPT-4 in complex math and reasoning tasks, and it was 10 times cheaper to train.
That's incredible. So, we're not just talking about making AI smarter, but also making it more accessible and cost-effective. This has huge implications for businesses, doesn't it?
Absolutely. We're moving into an era where even small businesses will be able to leverage the power of AI. Think about tasks that used to require a team of experts now being automated or augmented by AI agents. This isn't just about cutting costs, it's about unlocking new levels of productivity and innovation.
Productivity? Innovation? Dawn, are you hearing this? We can finally build that robot butler we've always wanted. He can mix a mean martini, tell a joke that doesn't involve a motherboard, and maybe even teach me how to moonwalk, although I'm pretty sure I was born knowing how to moonwalk.
Maxine, I think we're getting a bit ahead of ourselves. Scott, what are some of the potential downsides of this rapid acceleration? Are there any risks we should be aware of?
Of course, with any powerful technology there are potential risks. One concern is the potential for job displacement as AI takes over more tasks. We need to think about how we can retrain and upskill workers to thrive in this new landscape. Another concern is the ethical implications of increasingly intelligent AI systems. We need to ensure that these systems are aligned with human values and that they're used responsibly.
Right, because the last thing we need is a robot uprising because we forgot to teach them the golden rule. Or maybe we should teach them the platinum rule. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Unless they're trying to unplug you, then all bets are off.
Maxine, I hardly think that's...
Actually, Maxine's comment, while humorous, touches on a serious point. Ensuring AI safety and alignment is a major challenge. We need to develop robust methods for controlling and understanding these systems as they become more powerful. It's a bit like training a dragon. You want it to be powerful, but you also need to make sure it doesn't burn down the village.
A dragon. I suppose that's one way to put it. So, Scott, what advice would you give to business leaders who are trying to navigate this rapidly changing landscape?
My advice is to start experimenting now. Don't wait for the perfect solution or for all the answers to be clear. The AI landscape is evolving so quickly that if you wait, you'll be left behind. Start by identifying areas where AI can have the biggest impact on your business, and then explore the available tools and resources. And don't be afraid to partner with experts who can help you navigate the complexities of AI integration.
And don't forget to stock up on batteries. You never know when you'll need to power your new robot workforce, or your escape pod when they decide they've had enough of our human shenanigans.
Maxine, I really think you're letting your imagination run wild. Scott, any final thoughts before we wrap up?
Just that we're living in an incredibly exciting time. The potential of AI is immense, and we're only just beginning to scratch the surface. It's going to be a wild ride, but I believe that if we approach it thoughtfully and responsibly, we can create a future where AI benefits all of humanity.
Well said, Scott. And on that note, we're out of time. A huge thank you to our guest, Scott Ferry-Lee, for shedding some light on this mind-blowing topic. And to our listeners, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this episode with anyone who still thinks AI is just about self-checkout kiosks and spam filters. It's so much more, people. It's the future. And the future is, well, it's kind of weird, a little bit scary, and totally awesome. Until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and stay headless. Ha ha ha.